Hello, this is Matthew Miller from the ZDNet Smartphones and Cell Phones blog. As you can see in my hand, I have the new Sprint HTC EVO 4G, and I actually have a 4G connection here in Puyallup as we head to the FC Sounders game. So as you can see in the upper right corner here, I have three navigation options. I have the Google Maps navigation that comes with the Android operating system. I have Sprint navigation from TeleNav that comes on a lot of Sprint devices, including the EVO 4G. And I have CoPilot Live, which is available for $30 in the Android market. And I'll take a look at all three of these as we head to the Sounders game. So let's start with Google Maps navigation. This one most people are familiar with. We'll just tap on the navigation there. And here we go. The first screen is the speak to destination, type the destination, contacts or starred items. I'll go ahead and say type, and then let's see if I enter Quest Field here. Not too bad. Oh, just a minute. One-handed is a little bit difficult. And we'll do a search. This is the first time I've run this, so it says, gives me the cautionary warning about driving. I'm actually in the passenger seat, so that's fine. Did you mean Quest Field, Seattle? I'll say yes. And it's getting the driving directions.
Continue on Washington 167 north for 18 miles.
And as you can see here, it also says 32 miles, 36 minutes to Quest Field, then that goes away. And on the bottom left, it gives me the estimated time of arrival, tells me the current road, and gives me a nice moving map. Now this navigation solution does require a data connection at all times to work, and I've used this quite a bit in the past, and I really enjoy Google Maps navigation. On my Nexus 1, it's become my go-to application, but we still have a couple more options on the EVO 4G, so we have to take a look at those as well. So let me just down here and tap on the menu so you can see the other options that we have. We have search, so we can search for a new destination, route info, tap on that. It gives me a global look at the map that we're going to be taking, at the route. Again, 31 miles, 35 minutes now. Tap on this, it gives me some route options, avoid the highways and tolls. Tap on this button, next button over, searching for alternate routes. And that's one nice thing about Google Maps navigation, is you can see it gives me some alternate choices, and I can tap on those and choose to go those, but I'll stick with what I have now. And over on the far right, we can also look at the list of directions and what the turns that we are going to be anticipating or seeing coming up. And then we'll just bounce back to the navigation. Now that was the route info. We can also turn on and off layers, and as you can see, there's traffic view, satellite, parking, gas stations, ATMs and banks, and restaurant layers. Go back out to more settings. We can say mute. We can exit navigation. If I tap on more, we can see the directions list, set the destination, terms and privacy, notes, and help. Now one thing I just wanted to show you real quick, when I say the destination, one thing I didn't mention was the starred items. Nice thing about the starred items is it's anything that you go to like on the internet and associate with your account, you can easily jump to those starred items. And just kind of watch the navigation here for a second. If you tap on the map, you can actually move it around, and then zoom buttons will pop up, and you can tap on those to zoom in or zoom out. And as you can see, it has a nice fluid motion to it. And even the voice is all being served to you up over the internet. Everything's wireless on the Google Maps navigation. One thing that you also see as I tap on the map is that arrow appear on either side. I can tap to the next turn, so you can see there, or actually that's the next route, I-5 North. There's the next turns and things like that I'm coming up on, and then jump back to pushing the button there on the blue button. Takes me back to the navigation, shows us on the blue arrow as we're heading down. One thing I don't see is like speed and other status information on the software. So this is the free solution. It does require an internet connection to work, and as you can see, it's pretty functional and it works pretty well. Now let's take a look at another solution. Okay, we're back out to my live wallpaper, and as you can see, it's the soccer players on the field. And we tap on Sprint Navigation. Now this is an application that's we've seen on other smartphones before, Windows Mobile, iPhone. It's the TeleNav application, which is branded as Sprint, and we'll see here it says Sprint, and then it says, I think over on the right, powered by TeleNav. This one is associated with your account. It is normally on AT&T and T-Mobile. It is a $10 a month service. On Sprint, they throw it in with the data, so there's no additional cost for this application. So as you can see right now, it's logging into my account. My service is actually jumping between the 4G and the 3G. So here we go. This is the start page, and as if you've seen my videos before, if you've seen other TeleNav coverage, you see that this is a very familiar interface. At least this first screen. Some of it has changed a bit differently, as we'll dive into some of this. But over on the right, you can see it is TeleNav and it's Sprint Navigation. So on the main screen, we see there's options for drive to, search, maps and traffic, share and more. And if I tap the menu option, there's exit, help, and feedback. So let's just tap on drive to. Here we can see there's my favorites, recent places, address, intersection, city, businesses, airports, and contacts. I'm going to go ahead and tap on businesses. I'm going to go, you can choose to type it or speak it. I'll go ahead and put type, and let me type in Quest Field again. And search. As you can see with the search, there are category options, and there we go, there's Quest Field. I'll select that. It's getting the route. You can actually edit the route manually if you'd like to set up a specific.
Go 12.1 miles and exit to the right to Interstate 405 South.
Okay, so this is the navigation solution now running. You can see it has my next turn up in the right there. It tells me I'm going to be on this road for 11.8 miles for 25 minutes. ETA to the destination is 4:47. I like when they put the ETA rather than just the total time. And as you can see, it actually toggles between total miles, ETA in time, and then also the time to the route. So as you can see here, it's showing me clearly that there's 2 lanes on this particular highway, and we can big plus button and a minus button to zoom in and out. It tells me I'm going northeast there. It shows next turn. If I tap on the menu, we can see there's navigation, which is what I'm in now. We can tap on summary, and you have options for route, map, or traffic summary. Just to show you some of those, there's the route summary. Now this will also show traffic if there's traffic, but there is none right now. Oh, there it is, checking route for traffic. Tap on map summary. Again, this will be like the Google Maps navigation where it gives you the overview map. So it's actually loading the map. There we go. So there's an overview of where I'll be heading. And it will show traffic if there's any traffic, which is a good thing to check right now anyway. We still have quite a bit of time before the game, but I like to check the traffic. And as you can see, it's all green. It's flashing green. So we go to menu, summary again, and then there's just a traffic summary. And now we can actually see the specific traffic data. I think TeleNav is set up to check traffic dynamically, something like every 15 minutes while you're on your route, and then give you those updates. So one thing that's nice about TeleNav is it's quite useful even if you're going to be using it on a daily commute, because you can use it for checking and monitoring traffic. And over here we can see that it shows at 62, shows you the average miles per hour of what traffic is going. As you can see over on the right, and then there's also a warning sign. If I tap on that, it says planned event. You can avoid the segment if you like, or you can go back. And it's kind of useful. You can also minimize delays and switch things around. But the incidents are pretty minor right now. So if we go to nav mode, you can see there's 2D moving map, 3D, turn icons only. Let's take a look at the 3D, which is, I believe, what we're in. Let's go back. I'll show you the 2D moving map. kind of an upper view. I personally like the 2D mode, 3D mode myself. I'll also show you the turn icons only. And this is kind of nice if it's in a holder or something and you don't want to look at the map at all. It just will give you the turn icons, the turn, ETA, total distance, your GPS strength, actually the speed that we're traveling, which is 57. Okay, go back to navigation. Oh, there we go. Actually, go back to my movie. Okay, there we go. 3D movie maps. On the bottom, there's search, exit, more. If we tap on more, recalculate the route, help, and feedback. So that is. I'll go ahead and exit this navigation for a minute. Show you some other features. So that's the drive to. We can do search as well, which is what I showed in the drive to part, where there's categories. Tap on the categories. You see a bunch of different categories, gas by price included, movie theaters, car rentals, a bunch of different categories. Go to maps and traffic. This will show you just your map. If you just wanted to see where you're at, just kind of browse around the map, and the map will scroll as I showed earlier, with the plus and the minus as well. It's currently loading right now. There we go. It just kind of shows us as the dot, and then we can scroll around the map and find different things. And then share and more. And on this one, you can share your address. And if we were to tap that, it's going to say syncing. Now, TeleNav, like Google Maps navigation, also does require currently a wireless connection at all times to work. It's not an off-network solution. I'm going to go back. I'm not going to wait for that. If I tap on my stuff, you can see my favorites, recent places, or sent addresses. You can actually go online on the TeleNav website, and there's actually browser plugins, so you can create address destinations in advance. And I used to do this with TeleNav on soccer games, and put all the soccer games for the month into TeleNav, so that they would be they would be ready to go when I got in the car. Now, this is nice to have on TeleNav is the movies. We are a family that likes to go to the movies. If we tap on movies here, we can see all the different movies. If you're, let's see, oh, I actually just hit one. Go back. So movies they have here. Here's date night. It's going to load up the movie, and it shows you the movie theaters that are around you and the times and how far. You could actually tap on the movie theater. It should give me options for you can actually buy the tickets really right in the application by Fandango. I see you can buy the tickets right there from the TeleNav application. You can also get the phone number and address and drive to it, map it, call the phone number, change the date, and do a new search. So there's a lot of options with movies in the new TeleNav. This is one of the first times I've seen that. You can say record location, refer a friend, do a product tour if you want to get familiar with it. Preferences, and I'll just kind of run through these. Are general preferences, my name, email, your units, tips, things like that. Navigation preferences, route style, avoid HOV lanes, movie maps, backlight, traffic alerts, and navigation audio. You can pick what language you want and what will happen during a phone call. So that's a look at Sprint navigation. Remember, this is free on the EVO 4G. There is no monthly service fee to use this. And as you can see, while Google Maps navigation is quite nice, this one does have more functionality. So as long as it's free, you might as well use TeleNav most of the time for your navigation needs. I know it saved me a few times when I was traveling on business, and I plan to use it quite a bit now with the EVO 4G. We'll now take a look at one final navigation solution that I've used before and that I have loaded on the EVO 4G, and that is CoPilot Live, which is actually an off-network application that does have network services you can use. But if you don't have a network connection, you can use this for a full navigation solution as well, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute. So I'll go ahead and take a look at CoPilot Live 8 for the Android platform. But I won't go through all the features because I did a pretty extensive video and review that I will link to on the HD2, which is a similar form factor device with a 4.3-inch screen. So let's go ahead and start CoPilot navigation. CoPilot Live 8. Here's the startup screen. Currently have Washington State and Alaska loaded up.
To CoPilot Live.
And as you can see, it pops up with a bunch of different options. Now, CoPilot has several different screens. There's kind of two different menu and access screens. Go ahead and close that for a second. So we've got the plus and minus up top for zooming in and out. And then we've got this tool set here. That's good. So we tap on the tool set up here, and this is what you can choose for your different viewing options, mode of travel, such as we can see here, auto, RV, walking, that kind of thing. Compass, rotate the map, 2D, tap on that, go back to 3D, which I prefer. And then there's also the menus down below. If you tap on this menu, you see there's several screens here. There's destination, my places, quick stops. There's some live services. These live services actually do require a data connection, and some are paid services and some are free services. There's live link to link up. There's live local search, live weather, live traffic, things like that. Let's go back. Just scroll through some of these screens. As you can see here, plan or edit a trip, driving views. If I rotate it, it should rotate unless I have to. Oh, there it goes. So you can see it also will work in both landscape view, which is nice if you have a holder for it. Let's go back. So here we go. Plan or edit a trip, driving views, settings, current location. Switch your maps, get the maps, updates. There's just a lot of different options here. So if we tap on settings, we see even more. Routing, map styles, map display, sound, GPS to see where you're at. A bunch of different settings. As you can see, it's quite powerful. And as I said, I've covered this previously. So let's just start off with a typical, like we did on the other ones, destination. Oops. Maybe didn't tap address. Points of interest. Nearby. Search by name. And I'll go ahead and type in Quest Field. As you can see, as I type, it actually auto filters. So I only have to type out Quest, and then I can just choose Quest Field. And then I can call, and then it gives me the address. I can say go. So it's kind of intuitive that way when it gives you the option to, whoops, and it kicked me out. For some reason it kicked me out of the application. Let's try that again. Points of interest, nearby, search by name, Quest Field, go. There we go. So now it's entering, it's getting my route. And here we go. Now you can see, I think it's in, it looks like it's in night mode right now. Maybe because of the sun, it's giving me kind of a black background. You can change those backgrounds as well. So down the bottom it says the time of arrival, 1743, 5.3 miles. It has miles to our next turn here. It's showing me driving, and the green is the route that we're actually on. Again, there's plus and minus. If I tap down here, you can see hide different views. You can also scroll around the map if you want, and then we'll go back and auto zoom back to where you're at. Again, this should pop into landscape mode as well. There we go. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see, and there's a lot of sun going on. I'm trying to get the right angle here. do like Sprint navigation because it gives me a little bit better view. This is a nice view, and it works quite well because it is offline, as I mentioned. I like the different viewing options in Sprint Nav as far as the route view, the traffic view, and things like that. But like I said, you can switch traffic on and things into CoPilot. So that's just a short look at CoPilot Live 8. Please take a look at my HD2 video where I have more in depth for a very similar product on Windows Mobile. And that's a look at 3 navigation options. Exit out of here. Put CoPilot. 3 navigation options available for the EVO 4G. 2 of them are free and included Sprint navigation and Google Maps navigation, and one is $30 with the CoPilot Live application.